Scaling your business. That's a dream, right? Well, how's it working out? I mean, I think we all go into business with the idea that we're going to grow it. Growth and scale aren't exactly the same thing. A lot of times you can grow a business, meaning more revenue, more customers, and you think you're scaling the business, but you're actually working more and making less. You are scaling sideways as opposed to upward. How'd you like to think about scaling your business, your practice, without adding overhead necessarily? So I think it's quite possible, but it takes, in my opinion, a mindset shift that's pretty dramatic. You have to think in terms of being the orchestrator and not the doer. You got to get out of doing the tactics, out of playing the instruments, and being the one that's conducting the orchestra. Or otherwise, what you find is you basically get tapped out. You're running as fast as you can. You're spinning plates. Things are dropping. You're getting new customers maybe, but you're losing them at the same time. The only way to think about orchestrating is to first come from a repeatable scope. I think that from a marketing agency standpoint, so often we get caught up in listening to our clients. Now, I know that sounds like that's what we're supposed to do. But what I mean by that is that we get caught up in letting them tell us what they want or what they need. Most of you have probably discovered that they don't really know what they need or what they want even necessarily. And that's really our job, is to help them understand. And so if we come to them with a package, with a message that says, this is how this works. For us, it's strategy before tactics, installing a marketing system. I mean, here is the package. Here's what we do. Here's what you do. Here's the results we hope to get. Here's what it costs. Do you want it or not? And that message that really gets at the problem that they're trying to solve is the right package. It attracts the right client, the ideal client, but it also sets the expectation that this is not just going to be some freewheeling idea of the week. This is going to be a set directive that goes down a set path. And that message with a package gets them out of the thinking that they have to tell you, I need this, I need that. And so you can deliver something in a repeatable way. Here's the second piece of the component. It's price, which allows you to make the profit that you need to scale this business without adding overhead. If you have the right message, you have the right package, you can start attracting the right client, and you can attract that client at a premium price because you have identified the problem that they are trying to solve, and that's what you're leading with. That's what you're talking about, rather than just being another Me Too agency or tactic doer. Now, the third part of this idea of scaling without adding overhead is that you have to have a system for fulfillment. So you've sold this package at a premium price. Now you have to have a system for fulfillment, which you can repeat over and over again, get really good at delivering, get really profitable at delivering, get very, very dialed in as far as the value that you deliver, so that you can actually delegate to third parties, to partners, maybe to freelancers. So you're not bringing in employees and trying to figure out what they're going to do. You are actually taking parts of your system and you are delegating it to a strategic partner that is going to be learning very quickly how to do exactly what you want, how to deliver your system. So these three pieces, package, the right price, and a repeatable system that you can delegate because you've got the profit. Now you can delegate, is really how you scale without adding overhead in a very, very profitable way. So you might be saying, well, this sounds great, but I'm doing this and I'm doing that. How am I going to put all this together? You have to think about doing something, and I'll record another video on this on another day more fully, but you have to start exiting parts of your business, climbing what I'm going to call today the exit ladder. And the very first thing you have to do, if you're ever going to be able to create this package and this system and develop partners, is you've got to get out of the day-to-day admin work first. Because we're all doing, tons of things that there would be people that would love to do for a fraction of what you can actually afford to do it for. So that's the first thing to get off your plate. And then you can go to work on this idea of getting all of the fulfillment off of your plate because you've developed this system and you've developed partners. So that's it today. I just want to get the wheels turning a little bit on this idea that you can scale your practice and you can do it actually without adding overhead. That's just my quick tip for today.